Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real to Real 360. K-Wise.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real to Real 360 show. Let's get it in.
We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real to Real 360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace.
Peace and blessings, true indeed. Peace to Allah's 5% nation, to all the gods and earths, and to all the human families of the planet Earth. I greet you. I be the God DJ K-Wise, a.k.a. Kato, the black superhero. Welcome to the Real 360 show. We got another dynamic episode for you, and without further ado, we're going to get right into it. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host, my brother in God, Mr. Joshua Allah, a.k.a. Mr. PhD. Peace, God.
Peace to all 5%, to all the lost 5% in Nation of Gods and Earths. Today we're going to have a spectacular show. Today we are bringing on a return guest from Project 43, the drop-in center in the Crenshaw district of California. Miss Ann Cooper has a program that she's starting out in that drop-in center for preteen, teen mothers, homelessness, and those who are trying to come back into the community from being incarcerated. We're dealing, and that community center is also known as a neutral zone for a lot of the activity that goes on there. So you can go there and have peace. And not only that, she have also extended the back part of the Project 43, you know what I'm saying, for spoken word and things of that nature. It's like a little lounge where you can come and just chill and have a peace of mind. So at this moment in time, I want to bring on the great, the phenomenal, the advocate, the people's champ of the Crenshaw district for Project 43, Miss Ann Cooper. Please bring her on.
Hey.
Queen.
Hey now.
Welcome.
How you been, Queen? How you been?
Oh, I've been on a mission, just working hard, you know, doing some amazing things out here with very successful with our food giveaway. Yeah.
Right.
I know we discussed this last time that we made a vow that we would keep food on the table ever since our local market shut down. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud to say that we have served 18,000 meals since I talked to you last.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful. Now, Miss Ann, I wanted to start by, you had a lot of different events that happened in the last 3-4 months. You had a Black History program, a women's program, and can we speak to some of these programs like the Black History Month program that you had?
Oh yeah, so that was very successful. We have like 400 guests, and actually that one was really it was threefold that night. So we had the Black History program, and we did a showcasing our young people with the spoken word, different rappers and different things. But after the Black History, we had a town hall meeting. And we addressed what was going on in the town, in our city. That was very successful. A lot of people stayed and participated in the town hall meeting. And after that, we did an after party. So that event was like an all day thing. It started until 12 in the afternoon until 12 in the morning.
Wow, that's beautiful. Ms. Ed, I wanted to because I know that we have some new followers and everything, and they might not be up on what Project 43 is and how it began. So can you speak to that just a little bit, and then we'll jump right back into everything.
Okay, so yes, Project 43 started in the midst of the pandemic, but I started the center because when Nipsey got killed, that it wasn't so much him per se, as much as the movement, because it was a question was asked, what are you going to do to continue the marathon? So I decided to run this marathon with a center. Now, when I first opened up the center, it was supposed to be just for a youth center.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened, when we got hit with the pandemic, we have made 3 transitions in the last 20 months. And I'm going to explain to you why I say we made 3 transitions. Because, like I said, the first time, it was supposed to be a youth center. But once the pandemic hit, then we saw that there was a lot of things going on in our community that we felt like, okay, now we're going to have to really take care of our community. And so that's when we turned it into a community center. Mm-hmm. So then we start, doing the thing with the food giveaway, passing out the food. And then we started our other program, which is our it's called Giving Smiles. And as you know, they had a milk shortage, right?
Right.
But guess what? Guess who had milk? Ding, 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 ding. So we were still able to keep our program going because we had the milk. And then also, so those are my 2 top priority right now, to really make sure that is taken care of. We have embarked on getting our culinary kitchen up and running. We want to really thank and praise Foot Locker has stepped in, and they're going to give us the stoves and the refrigerator, so we can continue to feed. But what's going to be so important about this kitchen is that this kitchen will be open 24 hours.
Wow.
And the reason why I want the kitchen open 24 hours is because we have our local caterers, or, people that just for instance, like right down the street, they open this thing called Rent a Kitchen. Mm-hmm. There's 13 kitchens in there, but nobody can utilize it because they want you to, first of all, sign a lease that's $4,000 a month and no month to month. And people can't afford that if you're a new startup trying to get a catering company off the ground. So they're not really taking a lot of takers on that. But we want to make sure that we can bring, help our vendors where we can by, having them a place to work where they can afford it and make money. So the food desert right now is horrendous here. As we spoke last time, you understand that we lost our local market. Mm-hmm. So now we are now losing a second market. So we will have no markets on the Crenshaw corridor from Florence. Well, we're on the corner of Florence and Crenshaw all the way down to King. There's no what we call the Crenshaw corridor. There's no markets. There's going to be no markets. So we have to really, buckle down and work as a community to work together, and we feeding each other. I've linked up with some other people that are doing food giveaways, and so now we're actually like just sharing amongst each other, making sure that we get this food out. I have a driver right now going to pick up some lettuce and some tomatoes and some bok choy. And then I got an abundance. I had got like 50 boxes of strawberries. So I sent it over to another counterpart for their program. So we're kind of just, working in succession. So no food is going to waste. And we can actually, working together, we can feed more people. Yes.
Okay. Now I noticed that every Friday I noticed that you have a stand and people are coming through and they're able to pick and the vegetables, the fruits and vegetables from your fruit stands and things like that. I've been trying to stay on task, but you got so many things going on. It's hard to keep up.
See, you just missed the point. You said every Friday. Come on now. That fruit stand.
That's what I can
every
catch up.
single day.
See, but that's when I can catch up because if I follow you all day long, I won't be able to do the podcast. I won't be able to go to work because you got so many things going on. You got the poetry slam, right? And then you got these write-ups and the different little news articles and stuff. And I'm like, how am I supposed to be able to keep up, you know what I'm saying, with Miss Ann and what she got going on? It still work my 9 to 5 and real to real 360.
well, yeah. That's a thing in itself because and don't forget, Miss Ann still work. I work 412s.
And then you go live. Then I got to keep up with your live, and then got to figure out with the time that you do the little the poetry slam in the back. Trying to figure out that situation and then keep up with the different events that you got going on. I'm trying to figure out.
And then my Thursday night vibe with my live band. Oh my God.
Right.
I got a band that's
live band. See, now how am I supposed to keep up with all that? How am I supposed to keep up with all that?
Me on Instagram.
and that's how I keep up. well, let's speak to that Thursday night on vibe. How did that come about with the live band and things like that?
Okay, so the Thursday night vibe is that we wanted to market like our older community, like such as myself. So so the band came to us one day and they was like, hey, you know, we want to bring like our older senior citizens in, and we have this really cool band. So they came out and they did a set for us. They was like amazing. So what we did, we pulled it together with them. They don't charge us right now because we're trying to build up our marketing, but we have fish dinners, and then we play dominoes. And we play cards, and it's just like a real nice vibe. And then on Sunday afternoon from 5 to 11, we have the Ace Motorcycle Club has adopted us, and this is their clubhouse now. So it's open to the public, and and I tell you, people, you can come and really be comfortable because it's none of that shenanigans, where the women are running around all hoochie, the men and all of that. It's laid back. We play cards. We play dominoes. We have good food. We have, the DJ is amazing. It's just a really, really good show.
Okay. Now, do you still work with the homeless and those who are re-entering?
So this week we really been working a lot with getting clothes out. So let me tell you, we got blessed because a lady closed down her store, and she gave us all the contents of her store. And another family lost a family member due to COVID, and they shut down the house and they gave us all the contents of the house, even including furniture. I was so happy that it was timed just right where we had a family that was about to lose their Section 8. Well, this was something I didn't know that was new, that when they did the Section 8 inspection, and if they didn't have any furniture or anything in their house, that they take them off the program. I didn't know that.
Well, that's new. That's news to us because we didn't know anything about that. That if you didn't have furniture, you couldn't keep your Section 8.
Yes, so that came just in time because we furnished their whole house.
Wow. And we have to take our hat off to you because you do work with the underprivileged families, and you try your best to help them out. I've been on phone calls with you, and you're directing individuals to get certain items for themselves, even down to toiletries. How do you get a lot of the stuff that you're able to give back to the community? Is it donated, sponsored? How is it?
Yes, it's called in kind. So we get it from different places. Like for instance, all the stuff for the baby program comes from it's called Baby to Baby. So we get that, and then we get so our food in our pantry, as you know, I have that program called Vendors Against Hunger. So we buy that food because they give us, a $25 a month to help keep that stock. But then also we have another company that came in. It's called Wicked Foods. And they donate a lot of food for us too, for our pantry. So those are the two sources that I have for that.
Okay. Now, with the reentry program, was you able to start your culinary program to help those who are reentering the success in society?
Okay, so our reentry program, I'm in negotiation right now with it's an organization called Just Do the Right Thing. And I am so blessed that they have come to me. I'm actually going to be giving them an office here because they're going to be instrumental in getting my delivery service. Remember, I think we talked last time about how I wanted to get food out to the seniors and package it up in boxes and sending it. So this program that I'm bringing in, that's going to be a job because that's what they do. They give out jobs. So I asked them to take on my program, and so that'll be a job for people reentering our society. We actually are going to, through a program that they have, we could actually lease some trucks or whatever. Excuse me a minute. Darren, is David gone? He's supposed to, they calling him. They waiting on him to pick up the food.
Where's it at?
At the church.
The church?
Okay, I'm sorry.
See, look, followers and listeners, she's working, she's being interviewed, she's directing traffic. See, so how am I supposed to keep up with what's going on at Project 43 with all the stuff she got going on?
Oh Lord.
Oh man, Project 43 is an essential in the Crenshaw district for the youth, for the community. We want to say to all our followers and listeners, make sure that y'all tap in with Project 43 any way that you can to help donate, support what Miss Ann has going on out there. It's a beautiful thing.
So I have to explain to you what's going on right now. We have our backers against the wall. So let me tell you about Miss Ann. So what happened was when I first got this place, but I have to be totally transparent now because I wasn't before. I never talked about it because I didn't want people to judge it any certain way because they thought, she can do that. She can continue to do that. So what happened when I first got it, and I was kind of given the wrong information. They said, Miss Ann, when you start a nonprofit, you got to make it through the first 2 years, right?
Right.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do that. And they said, because you don't get grants and you really don't get this, you just got to make it. Like, okay, that's cool. So my personal money I put into this is $100,000 to bring bringing up the programs to where they are now, getting some supplies in here, remodeling the building, paying the lease. So my money kind of ran out, but we have grants that are in place, but they don't really start until like July. And so we're behind in the lease, and you know how the landlord is on us about their money or whatever. So now it's time for us to go to the community and ask the community, hey, help keep these doors open, because if we was to lose this place, it would be, it would just really be hard. Now, I have reached out to our congressmen and letting them know what's going on. And, that kind of thing is like paperwork, well, we can do it, but, might not come overnight. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Now we're asking that as a community, even if it's not your community, you're helping a fellow human being, just someone that's in need. Because, the other night I felt so bad because a young lady walked in and she said, Miss Ann, I have this $20 and I'm going to give you this $20 and to do whatever I can to help keep these doors open. And then she just bursted into tears and telling me, Miss Ann, you can't lose this center. I need this food. I need these diapers and stuff for my grandkids. I need it. And I was just like, oh my God, these are the things that when people are sincere, that they put their pride aside and they come and they talk to you. I've talked to 2 veterans that are my very like they're the salt of the earth to me, because they come every day, they get food, and the way that they hug and they kiss me and they tell me, that I am keeping them. There's a McDonald's right across the street. Mm-hmm. And they tell me that I am keeping them from what they were doing before, was eating out of that trash can at McDonald's.
Well, Miss Ann, we have a guest, Miss Kim Cole, who is the manager for Omar Cunningham, the Southern Soul singer Omar Cunningham, and she wants the information on how to donate.
Okay, so you can go to our if you go to GoFundMe and you type in Project 43 Teen Post Center, you can donate through there. And then also we have a Cash App. It's under $ Project 43 LA. But we're asking people to do either one. But like I said, if you just go to GoFundMe, all you got to do is type in Project 43 Teen Post Center and we'll pop right up.
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that this teen center needs to stay open. We talk about the programs and the hard work that Miss Ann does in that community. There's been times when she's went out and got homeless people in the trash can and cleaned them up and healed them and brought them back to life. Like the stories that Miss Ann have of what the Project 43 Teen Center has done for that little small community, that little area alone is, will definitely work. The work she does is phenomenal. And I take my hat off to Miss Ann. And, we love Miss Ann because we talk on the like, I won't say on a consistent basis, but we bounce ideas off each other a lot. And when you talk about a person who has a second home, Miss Ann knows she comes to Real 360. She said, well, I want to do this here with y'all. Okay, fine. We don't even miss words. We just want to make sure that she has her time.
Hey, look. So now I have a new nickname. So my new nickname is Project 43 LA. $ Project 43 LA.
Dollar for the Cash App is $ Project 43 LA is for the Cash App. Mm-hmm. Her center is in the Crenshaw district of California. It's right there, right off of where Nipsey Hussle was. She has taken on the marathon, and she has been taking that baton and she has been running with it with the community. She started out with the school that he used to donate book bags to. And when Nipsey Hussle returned to the Essence, unfortunately, Miss Ann, she took that and she took over, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Ann, the book bag drive, the school back to school drive that was going on. That Nipsey was doing.
1,000 books filled with supply. But also, here's my baton. Remember my baton program, and this is donate. This is dedicated to Nipsey. It says, "Thank you for picking up the baton and running the next lap in our marathon." So anybody that does a $25 a month or more donation, they get this baton and they get a certificate, and their hands go on our wall in our lobby. And how you can get this baton, you can go to our website under project43la.org, and you can sign up to do the monthly donation. And this is what we're really pushing, people, that we really want people to get involved with this program, because this right here, this is our hope that with Project 43, that this would really ease up our lease. So we don't need, let me explain it. We don't need 225 people to do it. We try to keep it reasonable so a family can do it. So we're asking for $25, because some people do $100 a month. Some people do, $25 a month. But if you go into our website, which is project43la.org, you can do a half lap, you can do a full lap, or you can do a business lap.
Right.
But
I'm saying, could you explain to the people about the young lady? Remember, we was talking about the young lady. Her family was affluential, where they had money, and she was in the streets, and you would never know that she was in the streets.
Right. The lady who her mom and dad lives down the street from Kim Kardashian. That's the story?
Yes, ma'am.
and you know what? I seen her again. So one day,
hold on one second. Hold on one second. Cassandra wanted to make sure that she got the website correctly. Is it www.project?
You don't have to do that. You can just put, you don't have to do that. Just put project43la.org and it'll come right up.
Or project43la.org. Okay.
And you can go be a baton member and pass the word. This is for Nipsey Hussle, people. This is for Nipsey. Because, let me explain something that a lot of people don't understand, is that I did not want, hold on, I got to plug up my phone. This was not done as far as like, I marketed as a center just to get it open using this name. No, we made sure that Project 43 had its own legs and stood on its own ground. We had our own brand, and then we just introduced a program that is dedicated to Nipsey. But Project 43 had to get in had to be his own person. But we are paying homage, because we won't even refer to we're this many years old. We'll be saying, to keep this forever, we'll say, we're in the second lap of our marathon, or we're in the third lap of the marathon. So we make sure in the Crenshaw area that his legacy will live with the marathon.
That's a beautiful thing, Miss Ann. And you are definitely carrying the baton well, and you running with it like an Olympic sprinter, because you got so much to do, and God bless you. You know what I mean? Because we know it ain't hard. We know it's not easy. I know it's not an easy task.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I went through a really tragic thing. A couple of months ago, I buried my auntie, and you saw the one that the 80-year-old, when she did she passed away. That lady was my biggest cheerleader. You understand me? Mm-hmm. And when she died, a part of me died with that woman, because I always felt so guilty, because she did $200 a month to this marathon program. And I used to say, Auntie, you on a fixed income, you can't afford it. She said, baby, I want to be successful. But I had a young man come into my office yesterday, and we were talking about, he came to bring me a donation. And, and I was just explaining to him, I didn't understand, why it's so hard. Like, I need to come up with $6,000 by Monday. And I said, oh, I just can't understand why these people are going to run the risk that these people are going to put eviction notice on me on Monday. But if I just give them I owe them more than 6,000. But I figure if I put that in their face, they won't start the paperwork. So you know what he said to me? He said, you know what, Ann? He said, it's hard to get people to make donations sometime if your dream is not someone else's dream.
Right.
I said, okay, I understand that. I do understand that part, but it's not about me. Let's take me out of the equation. If that's the thing, why I can't get somebody to give me $1. Take me out of the equation, people. Don't do that. Think about what we are doing here for our community. Think about if it was your mom that needed some food, if it was your niece or your nephew that needs some diapers, if it was someone like, we're going to talk about her, Cassandra, who her mom and dad lived down the street from Kim Kardashian and was here at 71st and Crenshaw asking for socks. This is crazy. Asking for socks. And it's take me out of the equation. That's all I'm begging you. Just don't think about, oh, it's her dream. It's not my dream. It's for the good of man. It's for people giving other people dignity. Take me out of the equation. Yes, it's a dream. It's a dream for my community. But if people that not wanting to give me $1 is holding that against me because it's my dream, take me out of the equation because I need that $1. I did explain to you before, the young man, when I started in 2019, that is the one donation that it fills my heart every month when I get that $1 from that man. And he tells me, sends my little note and tell me, Miss Ann, remember, like I said, when it get better for me, it's going to get better for you. So that's why I'm just like, I'm on a different plane of trying to relate my message so people don't take it as like, oh, this is Miss Ann's dream. No, this is not a dream. This is reality. This is what we're facing every day. These are the problems why my program is being successful because, okay, let me give you a good example. There's a lot of executive directors, right? Right. They start up these nonprofit organizations in neighborhoods that they don't even live in. You understand what I'm saying? And they put programs in these neighborhoods that, oh, let me just run this program because it makes the most money. I can get more money if I do this. It might not even be necessarily what the community needs. So this is why they call me the hood leprechaun, because all of my programs have been started about when people come to me and say, oh, Miss Ann, I can't get my driver's license. Oh, Miss Ann, I don't have diapers for my baby. Oh, Miss Ann, I'm trying to find a job. And, when you get out of jail, they give you that $200. It's gone in 30 minutes. So these are all the things that I'm listening in a community that I grew up. I'm 62 years old, and I live in the house that my dad bought when I was 4 years old. That's it. So that's why I'm just like basically like just begging people, stop saying my dream is my dream. It's not my dream. It could not be your community. It's just fellow man. We live in a place right now where we shouldn't even have to be sleeping on the ground. We shouldn't have to, just certain things that we shouldn't have to do in a free democracy. But it's people out here that need the help. So don't make because you're not sending $1 to Project 43 because you feel like it's somebody else's dream. Don't look at it like that. That's all I'm asking.
Right. We have to understand that we are all brothers and sisters, and we are one universal family. So when one of our family is suffering, we all are suffering. So at this moment in time, like we want everyone to listen and that's in sound and that can see us to understand like this right here is a dire need that we need to keep that center open, because you have to understand that center is a neutral ground for individuals to come and have peace. You have different gang affiliations that come into that team center, and it's no banging, it's no shooting, it's no violence, it's no anything, because they know that's a neutral ground, that's a place where they can be safe. And that's something that's major when it comes down to our children today. Miss Ann has definitely put in the work. She has the respect. She grew up in that community, and she's given back to that community. She's not a Fortune 500 company that's coming in there and blood sucking the people. She coming in from living in the Crenshaw district, and as like she said, the same household that she grew up in, and she's giving back to her community. She see what's needed, and she's putting that work in. And that's something that we all have to stand behind and support, because it's not about her per se. It's about those babies that are running around. And we're talking about stopping gun violence. We're talking about stopping violence. We're talking about feeding the homeless. We're talking about helping individuals to stop going back and forth to jail, helping them get jobs, making their lives more meaningful. So when you're talking about Project 43 Team Center, you're talking about that vision. That vision is bigger than Miss Ann, is bigger than Real 360. It's bigger than the Crenshaw district itself, because it's needed. We need to wrap our arms around those children, those families out there that need it. And those who can support Miss Ann and Project 43, please do. She needs to keep those doors open, because it's saving the babies. That's the major thing, is saving the babies. How many? We're going through a Similac shortage. We're going through milk shortages. Miss Ann finds ways to have these things and give these things to these families.
I have the milk. I have the milk.
So
yeah. Everything
that we're talking about is a necessity. Miss Ann, speak to how you help with the concert that you had, and everybody was like, that ain't gonna be able to go off in here because of the different gang situation, and you was able to pull it off, and everybody came in peace, and they left in peace, and it was a joyous occasion. Can you speak to that?
Yeah. So we a couple of months ago, we did have a concert here at Project 43 that was basically a lot of Bloods, that were performing at the concert, and then and in a Crip neighborhood. Now we didn't have any problem that night. We had no problems. The concert was beautiful. But the point that we were trying to make is that we're trying to show that even though we are from different sets, we can come and we can do events in our different areas, because we're right on the corner of 71st. The gang activity is summertime. The gang activity is building up. But then now we find that, like, every time we have, events, then people get upset because they were like, oh man, I should have came, because, nothing happened up there at Project 43. You looking at looking at it in the wrong way, because you have to come to see. We are very vested with our local police department. I do have a direct number where I can call them and say, hey, Sarge, I'm having an event tonight. I need like an hour, every hour patrol. I do have a retired sheriff who will provide and does provide security for us. Mm-hmm. And so first of all, we want to make sure that everybody is safe, and that's why we do it. But then another reason, is when I constructed the areas in which we work in, the fence is 10 feet high. So we wanted everybody to feel safe. Nobody can even see you. It's 10 feet high. So we make sure that we're in a safe environment. The kids are, going to be in a safe environment. I don't really remember if we talked about last time that we will be running this program. It's called The Lights Is On.
Right.
And
yeah.
so
We spoke a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So with that program, what we want to do is we actually found a source where we can get the giant size, game pieces like the chess, the checkers, the Connect Four, the Jenga. So we'll be offering those kind of games so the kids can just come here and be, a kid. Also, someone is working on me, and he called me last week. He's working on us one of those 100-foot, blow up screens. We have the monitor. We just need the screen. And so then we're going to start having movie nights this summer for the kids. So we have a lot of things that is a reason why we need to keep these doors open.
Right. And this is what I reiterate, and I'm reiterating that there's so many things that these children could be doing or getting into, but they are going into Project 43 Team Center. They're doing something positive after school. They're getting all the mentoring that they need. They're getting help with homework. They're getting help with staying out of trouble. They're getting a trade. They're learning how to cook or being chefs, as far as getting her culinary stuff together. So
yes, and my daughter yesterday just locked down a deal with a performing arts center, and they're going to be running an 8-week program here for the summer, so these parents can go to work and knowing that for 8 weeks they'll have somewhere for their kids to come and be in a safe environment. I'm so pleased that my daughter did work on that, made the right contacts, and got that program here at Project 43. I'm very proud of her.
And we salute that because we need that for the babies, because we all know that in the summertime, it's easy for them to get distracted. It's easy for them to get into stuff. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. We've heard that a million times, and we want to make sure that they are using their talents. We don't want them to ever, you know what I'm saying, waste their talent. And Miss Ann, Cassandra Carter, I grew up with Cassandra. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady, teacher herself. And she was like, she wished she was in LA because she would love to provide IT training, you know what I mean, there. So that alone speaks volumes, because we come from that type of environment, whereas our whole town or our area was one family. Like the block that me and Cassandra grew up on, our whole family, like all our families knew each other. All our families knew each other, and the block was safe because that was just the way it was. But that's the way our town was then. Now we go back to where our town is now. It's something totally different, which is a reflection of where the country going. We want to make a change. We want to make a change, and we want to help you make a change in your area. We understand that.
And it's funny that you would say that, because like I said before, I'm 62 years old, and 4th of July, we were out doing fireworks in the neighborhood, and we were sitting there laughing because we were saying, wow, look at that. That was us out here in the streets doing the fireworks. Then it was our kids out there in the street doing fireworks. Now it's our grandkids out here in the street doing, and great grandkids, because we have been blessed that, like on our block, like going, like say from my corner all the way down the block, nobody has moved. We moved as adults and had our own houses, but then our parents did not sell their home. So most of us are back there, but because we came back to take care of our aging parents that have now passed on, but we still, I mean, it's just amazing who does that, who has like a block that you could actually say, look, that was us running around as kids in our 60s, and those are our great grandkids and our grandkids. That's amazing.
Yeah, I tell you, it's definitely amazing. Whereas you can see the legacy that you left, that you're leaving behind, and you're enjoying the legacy that's living. When you can have your children, your grandchildren, and everybody be safe and comfortable in their environment. That is something that we have to make happen. We have to keep going. And I'm saying I want the followers and listeners, because I think we got like 15 more minutes. But I want the followers and listeners to really get some of the programs that you do for the babies in that neighborhood.
Okay, so it's called Giving Smiles. And so what it is that we have some fathers that are mothers, but they can come here and we can provide them they can come once a month. But then also, we just not giving away stuff, because I did hire our in-house doula. Mm-hmm. So what she is putting together right now for me, and we've been talking about this, is that we're going to be putting together like little classes. So before you come the next month, you'll be required to come and do 2 classes with us. And this is something that she's putting together, where it's like nutrition or whatever. And something else is like super exciting is that I have a company that's called Thrive Market, right? Uh-huh. They only do all organic products. So the reason why Thrive Market wants to come in with us is because they want to set up a pantry situation dealing with our baby to baby, where these women are now getting organic food that they are using to produce their breast milk with organic foods. And we are in negotiation with Thrive Market. I mean, I love them. Their products are amazing. And let me tell you how we even got them. They had a program at Christmas time. It was called Employee to Employee. So their employees would buy boxes of food and send it to our employee. It was the whole month of December. And they would send us like boxes saying, thank you for what you do, from this employee. So they had like a little note in there and all of that. So one day it was like a joke, right? It was just like a joke. And we start opening up the box and we start eating out the boxes. And we just start doing a review like, oh man, this is the bomb. I mean, this is great. And we just sent it to them like, hey, it was like a joke. It was like a joke. We was just like, oh, we was laughing and just clowning and saying, oh my God. And oh, this is the best thing and all of that. So the executive director reached out to us and said, no, we got to take this further. And that's how we picked them up. Mm-hmm. So that's, this is the things like that's why they said, oh, Miss Ann, you just this hood leprechaun. Because I just told 2 of my workers, like, while y'all sit up there eating up all the food, tape yourself eating the food.
and that's why we say what we're saying. People don't realize how hard it is to keep a program going, a successful program going, when you're working out of your own pockets.
Oh, don't talk about it. But then also look at where we came from, because we are babies of the pandemic. So what a lot of people don't understand is that when we obtained the building, we only got 2 weeks of remodeling in when the pandemic hit us. So for us to have thrived to get this building to where we can actually start running programs, and we have like 8 programs running in a pandemic. I mean, the brink of a pandemic, without any grants, little donations that we could get, because everybody is like really strapped for money, people losing their jobs or whatever. And then here we come. I come with the faith of a mustard seed and a little money. And I was just determined, because people was like trying to discourage me and say, Miss Ann, this is not going to work. It's the pandemic. But let me tell you, I was at home one night, and I think I shared this before. I was laying in the bed, and then I said, COVID, COVID. I said, COVID can't outdo me. Victory is done. I went to my best friend and my son-in-law, and I said, we got to keep this thing going. We got to keep it going, because when it's all said and done, we got to have somewhere for this community to come. And that's what we did. I mean, between, like I say, I still work. I work 412s. Luckily, my best friend is retired. But let me tell you about that man. You can have a greater friend. Me and David have been friends for 40 years. Everybody actually thinks he's my husband. But that man has been in this building every single day for the last 2 years. Even like Christmas time, I said, David, we're going to take a vacation. We're going to take like 1 week off. And I have my garage converted over into an apartment for him. So he lives in an apartment in the back. So every morning I look out the window, that little gray truck is gone. So I get up and I get in my car and I roll up. Yes, David, I thought we said we was going to take a week off this week. He said, no, and we got to keep going. We got to get this center open and be ready when this thing is over. You don't have a friend like that. Who has a friend like that? Nobody. That's given up almost 1,000 days of his life here every day doing what he do for Project 43. I'm trying to, when everything when everything gets done and I get this thing really up and running, even if I have to lease a truck, I am going to buy that man a new truck, because I have killed his truck.
Without further ado, I must stand and salute you really for everything that you're doing and what you're bringing to awareness, because right now the country is in peril. We're really, really going through trying times with all things going on, especially to our children, our babies out there. Our babies, from the incident that just happened in Texas to the one that preceded up in New York, upstate New York. It's trying times, right. The minds of the people got to come as one. And we got to protect our children. We got to protect our babies, because this is our future.
And you know what? And that's another reason why I erected that fence, that 10 feet. But then I also say too that one thing that Project 43 wants people to know, that if it's any way that we can be that vessel out there where we don't have to have another mother or a father looking in a casket saying their baby was in the wrong place at the wrong time, they were safe at Project 43, then Project 43 has done its job. That is so, I look at my granddaughter. I have a granddaughter that's 4 years old. This baby is amazing. Let me tell you about my baby. She'll tell you in a minute, I am the future CEO of Project 43, but she also, when she introduces herself to, she'll say, my name is Rain Curry and I'm an entrepreneur. She has a booth, she has her booth. But understand this, why I'm saying that I am raising this child right. On Mother's Day, I had an event that was that Saturday, and I was so tired and I was so sleepy. And I said, I'm just going to lay here for a while and a little while. My baby came at 7:00 in the morning, fully dressed with her jacket and her little lunch. She had packed her up a little lunch. And she said, Granny, you got to get up. We got to go feed the people. I said, baby, let Granny just sleep for 30 more minutes. and if you see, you'll see a video that I taped on Mother's Day when she's talking about that. And I said, well, give Granny 30 more minutes. She left and she came back 10 minutes later. She said, Granny, You can't have 30 minutes. You got to get up now. We got to go feed the people. And so, let me show you something, people. You see this paper right here? There's 25 lines on this paper. When I started my food program, I was filling up like maybe 1 or 2. Now we're up to filling out six of these, 6 to 7 a day. And on Mother's Day, we filled 8 of these papers. And it asks, what it simply asks is the date, your first, your last name, how many adults in your house, and how many kids in your zip code. And we put that data in the computer. But what is amazing to me by when we started putting the data in the computer, that I thought that, everybody was going to be saying 90043. No, we feed people, and we know that these are constant people that are coming because the numbers keep growing. It's not like, a 90202, slipped in there. No, these numbers are actually building. We're servicing Compton. We're servicing Linwood. We're servicing Inglewood. We're servicing LA. We're servicing, all of these different demographics that really blew my mind, that I thought that my forms would all say, 90043. No, we got, 91801, 90037, 91200. These are all different demographics. So it's amazing that our reach is so powerful and is continuing to grow.
Well, Miss Ann, we getting close to the end of the show. Can you just tell them again how they can support and donate to Project 43? Please let it be known. And Kate, can you put that on the ticker going across the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so for our GoFundMe, you can go to GoFundMe. In the search bar, you type in Project 43 Teen Post Center, and we'll come up. Our our Cash App is $ Project 43 LA. If you would like to be in our baton program, you can go to project43la.org, and you can sign up for our half marathon, our full marathon, or our business marathon. And those are the 3 ways that you can donate to. And also, when you go into our website, there's other things that you can do in there. We have Project 43 merch. You can buy hoodies. You can buy merchandise from Project 43. T-shirts. You can buy the zip up hoodies, the pullover hoodies. Yes.
That's right. Make sure that you support all the merchandise, all the GoFundMe, the Cash App for Project 43. Let's keep these doors open. Let's keep a safe place for our children.
We just trying to get $6,000 together before Saturday, and we're doing pretty good. We are doing pretty good.
And we always tell we talk about being family, and can you give you the information again? The GoFundMe. The GoFundMe information is Project 43 Team Center, right?
Team Post Center. So it's all separate, not together. You just type in Project 43 Team Post Center, and it'll come up.
I'll make that correction.
Mm-hmm. But again, Miss Ann, as always, your family, and we're going to keep running this here. We're going to keep bringing you back so we can keep these doors open. And I
love you, King, and also let's just tell the truth. We talk off air too, so King is always checking in on me. So wise, you gotta catch up a little bit.
Always.
My king right here. That's my king right there. He check up on the sister.
That's it. We got to always, keep keep that network open. And I got to always show the love because we love you as well. And we want to make sure that everybody is getting behind Project 43 and making things happen. And we like at this moment in time, we salute you. Absolutely. We love you, Miss Ann, and thank you for coming back on again. We are definitely going to push out the GoFundMe, the Cash App, and let everybody know the support. But at this moment in time, Kay, I would go by quick. Miss Ann, we love you, but it's time for Kay to take us out of here.
Yes.
Bye, baby. Bye, baby. Get busy.
Miss Ann, without a doubt, we love you very much. And he gonna keep up with you because I'm always behind the scenes. If I got something to do, he making sure he's staying on top, and I gotta stay background and keep tight. So if you sit here from him, and you ain't
look, like I said, that's my king right there. He checks up on the sister. Even if it's a little text, he say, "You good, Miss Ann? You good?" And I'll text him back, "I'm good."
And that's just how we do it here. That's how we do it here.
Okay, I love you guys so much. You guys bless me every time. You make me feel so wanted. You make me, you make me feel like part of your family. Even though we're so many thousand.
You absolutely are. There's no making in it. You absolutely are. We all one universal fan. So that's without a doubt. And you see, Miss Carter, Cassandra Carter says, "Thank you, Miss Ann. Thank you, Miss Carter, for chiming in and hitting the info up." And this is what we're talking about right here. Real.
Tell her to DM me. Tell her to call the sister. Tell her to call the sister.
Tell her to call the sister.
Well,
I'm gonna shoot her your number. I'm gonna shoot her your number.
Okay. Yeah, tell her to call the sister. You know how I do it. You know how I do it. Okay, baby. I love you guys so much. Later.
I love you too, man. And listen, everybody tune in and always stay real for the Real 360. We hope you enjoyed our show with the lovely and beautiful and dynamic and charismatic Miss Ann Cooper, Project 43. Never lost for words, but always have words of encouragement and enlightenment for what she do. And we support her each and every way and each and every day right here. So come back, support. That's all we got to ask of you is support. If you like what you've seen and what you heard, support Real 360. If you're in that California area, make sure you stop by and holler at Miss Ann. Tell her the Real 360 sent you to stop by. You will be open with welcome arms. Trust and believe that. So without further ado, to my co-host, my brother in God, you got anything to say before we bounce out, G?
Also, too, just want to let the people know that we have a second show coming up at 7:00 with the Rude Boys this evening. Tune in and lock in. But outside of that, this is all about Project 43 at this moment in time, and we're just rocking out.
All right. So once again, people, the love, the love is real. All right, Miss Ann, you take good care of yourself, love. And
okay, talk to you guys later.
Thanks you later.
And tell Cassandra to call. Tell Cassandra to call.
I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah. Once again, people, the movement is real. You understand what we're doing, and it's all about love. And with that, this is the love of the outro right here.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing and tell a friend and keep sharing because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ KY, brother, take us up out of here, son. Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of God, to all the human families on planet Earth. I say peace. But you are subscribed to those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on. I give a big shout out and love, peace, and happiness. The beat, the man, woman, and child of the you and I first. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe so we continue to grow to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you upon our show. You make it possible for us to do what we do. Now it's time I end it just the way